Welcome back to MPL Recall. My name is Leo. This is Rockhart and TDZ. And of course, now joined by Midnight na ang daming naghahanap sa'yo, pare. Ang daming nagtatanong, kailan mo daw ba i-reveal yung alam mo? Kumusta? How you doing?
Ang dami kong sinasagot na tanong. Actually, hindi natin na-hit yung milestone natin. So, wala. Secret muna tayo.
Okay,
alright. Tulit na ba?
Hindi, pwede pa.
Well, pwede pa kung hahabol sila, di ba? Kung hahabol sila, pwede naman.
Ganito, meron pa tayong isang segment and kung mapaabot nyo ng 1K within this segment na napakainit din naman, marami tayong mapag-uusapan dito, baka may malaman kayo, di ba? Baka mabulungan kayo, di ba? So, yan. Guys, paabot nyo 1K, please like and share the stream. Let everyone know MPL Recall Playoffs Edition is happening. Let's go ahead and jump into our current segment. This is called Guest Coin Redux. Alright? Guest Coin Redux, ang gagawin nandito, babalikan natin yung mga sinagutan nating tanong via Guest Coin in the last show we did. That's Day 0 Playoffs Edition. And what we're gonna do is, pag-uusapan natin, tama nga ba yung naging mga sagot natin? And sino nga bang mali? Sino nga bang nagnostra? Sino nga ba ang kailangang mag-reconsider ng mga opinion nila? Alright? So let's go jump right into it. We have 4 questions covering the 4 top teams in the playoffs, and we'll start right now with our grand finalist, our runner-up, Execration. And the question went something like this: Execration, expectations met? Malakas nga ba talaga ang Execration in Season 7? And here's what we said last about that question. We all sold. Oh my God. Sakto yung mukha ko. Parang, I regret this so much. Apparently, there was more to Execration. Hindi lang sila top 4, hindi lang sila top 3. Grand finalist sila at muntikan pa silang mag-sweep. Okay? Midnight, what was your thoughts here? Bakit mo nga ba sinel to?
Well, kaya ako nag-sell kasi again, ang explanation ko naman before is that Execration always surprises people. And up to this day, yung idea, bebenta ko pa rin. No? Magsasell pa rin ako dito kahit ano mangyari. Kasi may certain expectations ako kay Execration and hindi siya na meet kasi nga, lagi siya nang surprise. And to be fair kasi, ang Execration, I felt at that time na malalaglag sila against Brand Esports. So, nung malagpasan nila si Brand Esports, so nilagpasan na nila expectations ko. So, hindi na meet, di ba? So, it's a good thing. Kasi, umabot sila sa Grand Final. So, alam mo yun, yung expectations ko sa kanila, on my part, medyo in-underestimate ko rin kasi si Exe. Pero yun nga, it's a good thing kasi maganda yung pinakita nila. So, ayun, yung explanation ko.
Okay, so technically, parang as per the meaning of met, technically, tama ka nga naman kasi they went beyond. Rockhart, would you also have said sold? Would you also have sold? Would you also have said sell na Execration, hindi nila na-meet yung expectations?
That is actually fair. Tama yung sinabi nyo na it's a sell. I don't blame 4 of them kasi it's very easy to really bump up yung ibang teams na nagmukhang mas malakas coming into the season, 'di ba? Yung Execration may nag-switch lang sa kanila nung playoffs talaga eh. No regular season, the performance just was not quite there. So it's actually amazing how quickly they've grown in a short amount of time. Yun yung pinaka nakakatakot sa Exe. And again, no problems with the sell. That was absolutely the right call in that moment.
Yeah, parang hindi mo naman alam eh. Di ba? Hindi mo naman alam na magbe-beast mode sila sa playoffs eh. Tol, ikaw, mabilis lang. Would you have sold also? Sell rin ba? Ikaw?
Ako, nung performance nila ng regular season, mag-sell talaga ako dun. Hindi ko ine-expect na talagang biglang nag-boom yung Execration. Parang good example yung sabi ni Rockhart kanina, talagang nag-switch on. Parang meron nag-switch on sa Execration na biglang ganito yung form natin. But now, kung ako ibabay, nakikita ko yung potential ng Execration moving towards MSC.
Okay. Safe enough. To be fair kasi, yun yung sagot namin then. Pero ngayon, syempre, iba na ang sagot natin. Iba na ang guest coin ngayon. So, let's move on to the second question here. This is about Blacklist International. And the question goes like this. Blacklist S7 form MPL and MSC champions? Obviously, may sagot na tayo dito ngayon. Pero tingnan natin ang sinabi natin nung day zero. What did we say when we asked this back then?
Ooh.
Sell, buy. And of course, yung mumukha ko talaga no? Sino ba nag-screenshot nito? Bayon, si Manjin lang. Si Manjin lang ang naging tama, sort of, right? Because I don't know what he said. I think he just said this was off of gut feeling. Sabi ni Manjin, parang may feeling talaga ako eh. So tama ako siya technically for MPL. But what about MSC? Let's talk about that right now. Midnight MSC. You sold, obviously. We all sold. Like, that's the safe answer. Pero ano nakikinita mo sa MSC?
Again, kaya tayo nag-sell dito at that point, sinabi natin kasi magkasama yung MPL at MSC. We're not discounting the fact na yun nga, kaya kasi mag-champion talaga ni shoutout sa tao sa likod ko. Na kaya mag-champion ni Blacklist sa MPL talaga. Pero MSC kasi is a different factor. Now, up to this day, magsasell pa rin ako. It's not that I don't believe in Blacklist. I actually want either X or Blacklist to win. Pero if you look into the Blacklist International meta na pinakita din ni Execration na may 'di ba, may weaknesses. Ito kasi yung kinopya ng ibang bansa. And by the time na dumating yung MSC, most teams would probably understand how Blacklist plays. And I'm actually concerned with the patch that is gonna be played in MSC kasi if I'm not mistaken, no, may parating na patch. Hindi ko alam kung aabot by MSC pero anti-blacklist yung patch na yun. So I'm not really sure. Pero again, yung ano kasi, just the factor na lahat ng ibang bansa ay kinopya si Blacklist International. Inamin na ibang bansa yan. Ang pinagkopya nila si Blacklist International. By the time na dumating yung MC, baka kabisado na. And yung showing din ni Execration against Blacklist International naging nung Grand Finals. Factor yun. Kasi nanonood yung ibang bansa, kumbaga parang, uy, ganito pala talunin to. Kaya lang natin yung ginagawa ni Exe. Diba? So, I think, I'll still sell na yes, maganda yung form nila, pero by the time kasi na dumating yung MC, baka hindi ito yung dapat na form ni Blacklist.
Okay, safe enough. All right, so still sell because half of the argument is still not complete. But okay, let's try to fix that now. Okay, I'm gonna buy here. So we'll also kind of answer them. I'm gonna buy here because even if the patch isn't coming and even if the patch makes it, I feel like Blacklist can do it. I feel like Blacklist can get by. Rockhart, TDZ, you guys weren't part of the day zero, but real quick, buy or sell na lang kayo dito. Blacklist S7 form or Blacklist MPL champions, can they make it to MSC here? Can they win MSC? Real quick, TDZ ka muna, buy or sell?
Buy ako.
Ooh.
I'll buy. Kasi, well, I agree. Sa bilis ng transition ng Blacklist International, especially on the hands of Coach Bonchan, tingin ko mas mabilis silang mag-adjust. Kaya nilang mag-adjust na mabilis. And expected na rin ng Blacklist International yung anti-blacklist kasi sila nga talaga yung tinitignan ng Indo ever since. At meron din umamin na Indo mismo yung play nila galing sa blacklist. So for sure, all eyes on blacklist pagpasok ng MSC. So I'll buy on this one. Magagawa ng paraan si Bonchan pati the rest of Blacklist International about that.
Okay. It's a buy for Di Ako si Doggy. Rockhart, how about you? Buy or sell?
Okay, eto, solid to. I'll buy. Kasi, ganito yung, kakatweet ko lang nito, kaka-comment ko lang nito. A lot of people are saying na sumakto lang yung meta natin, meta ng healing galing and everything meta for Blacklist. I say otherwise. I feel like malawak naman eh. Kasi natagal ko na napapanood yung mga players na to. Malawak hero pool nila. Legit, pinipili lang nila kung ano talaga yung tama. Wise on the Granger, paulit-ulit, pinili nila yon. Pinili talaga nilang gawin yon just because they know how to adjust on the meta. And madami pang bala si Wise for sure. In case you guys are wondering kung bakit nila ginagawa, madaming bala yan, madaming hero yan. So don't worry. And I have a lot of faith in Blacklist that they can adapt to patches. And let's say, ganito na lang Let's say, sige, yung Indo, ginaya nila yung MSC or Indo and other regions, ginaya nila yung ginagawa ng Blacklist. Let's say, nahihina sila this coming patch, di lahat humina. Kasi lahat ginaya. So, sino ang mas makakapag-adapt? Diba? Lahat, ginaya niyo yung Blacklist, di lahat kayo hina. Diba?
Okay,
so,
that's logic. That makes sense.
That's logic, diba? So, we'll see.
I missed that
Okay.
actually. I missed that.
Okay. Oh, there's logic there. All right, cool. So this is what we have right now for this current form of this question. Buy, sell. Okay? Ano yun?
Wait lang, Leo.
What did you
Ngiti
say,
ka
Rockart?
muna para sa screenshot. Ngiti ka muna.
Okay. Yan, okay. Sige. Wait, wag gayahin yung blacklist meta. Coach Liv. Okay, safe. Okay na, game. Next question here. Next question. We're talking about Bren Esports. All right, Bren Esports got a solid 4th place finish, and the question is, Bren, malakas pa rin ba? Okay, this was a tough matchup. This was a match that went down the wire. 5 games sila ng bestie nila, execration, and this is what we said last on day 0. We all bought. Buy. I don't think this requires any more explanation then. Pero now, what about now? Lalo na't may reshuffle na nagaganap. Mintay, ano nga bang bulong-bulong? Parang may alam ko tungkol sa Bren eh. Ano ba? Buy ka ba dito?
Kahit di pa tayo umaabot ng 1K viewers, may bulong-bulungan kasi na magre-retire na si Lusty. Actually, sinabi niya naman nung press con, no? Si Lusty,
Yes.
balak na mag-retire, uwi na siya ng, I think Isabela, tama ba? Isabela, gusto niya na makita yung anak niya. And there were a lot of other prospects, no? Number 1, nandiyan si Raflesia, yung post ni, diba, ni Chad, tsaka ni Boss Jeff. Tapos, si Yawi, of course, diba? Si Yawi, tapos si Chakno, nagko-comment lagi sa mga status ni Francis Glindro na Coach Daki. So I feel like come S8 si Bren malakas pa rin in theory. Pero ang talking point kasi dito is yung roster nila ng S7, no. By our standard, when we bought the idea na Bren malakas pa rin, yes, malakas pa rin sila. Pero right now, after the conclusion of S7, I'll answer this from the standard of Bren Esports. Siguro, I'm not speaking on their behalf, pero siguro alam ko rin kasi kung paano i-gauge yung standard nila, no. I would say sell. Kasi Bren Esports, they weren't really happy with their performance. Inamin nila nung press ko niya na yun nga, may mga lapses sila. Of course, nagbakasyon yung mga world champions. Deserve nila yun. So, pag nagbakasyon ka, may mga repercussion kasi yan. Yung mga players, hindi ganun kabatak. Even though si Flap TZ, sinisisi niya yung sarili niya. Actually, si Flap TZ, ang pinakaunang nabatak sila. Sumunod yung ibang players. Pero again, there were times na talaga nagkulang si Bren Esports. So, I would say, from Bren's perspective, na hindi nila na-reach yung kung ano dapat yung Bren talaga. Yung malakas na Bren Esports. So, for me, I would sell yung idea na Bren malakas pa rin ba. Pero S8, yung mga bali-balita, oo, malakas ang Bren. Pero for now, dahil S7 na usapan, I would have to sell.
Okay, alright. Ako sagutin ko na ito mabilis lang, no? I'll buy. Whatever happens, parang may something pa rin sila eh. Nakaisa kami nung playoffs, right? Like, that was super miraculous. As hindi ko mapigilang mag-tweet na, yes, nakaisa kami, pero hanggang dun lang. So, I still believe na malakas ang Bren. Kahit anong mangyari, yun na lang. I'll just leave it at that. Tol, TDZ, how about you, man? Buy or sell?
Buy ako dito. Malakas pa rin ang Bren. Sabihin natin, kaya pa rin nilang gumawa ng mga, kahit nagkaroon sila ng open tryouts ngayon, yung coaching staff pati management ng Bren hindi pipili yan ng ganong klaseng player na talagang pwede mong mamain na pwede mong batain. Pero performance in season 7, I'll still buy. Nakita pa rin nila yung heart of a champion again. Going back, kung mag-recall tayo, no, week 1 up to week 3, medyo hindi ganun aganda yung performance ng Bren, pero naibawi pa rin nila, nakaangat pa rin sila sa roster. So, tingin ko sa akin, buy pa rin ako dito. Malakas pa rin Bren.
Alright. That's TDZ. Rockheart, buy or sell?
It's a buy, pero hindi yung lang. It's the lang factor is definitely out of it for the meantime. Pero this coming season 8, from what we're hearing, obviously, medyo we'll see. A lax in season 8, most likely. And again, removing Lusty from the lineup, it's gonna freshen up a little bit. It's gonna freshen up the lineup a little bit, no? Mag-add ka ng high IQ na tank, like someone who can play faster, who's maybe younger than Lusty, kasi no offense kay Lusty, pero talagang we can tell na your reflexes highly. Aside from IQ, kailangan mo din ng high reflexes as a tank. Maybe Lusty really does need to step down na din a little bit. Changing Lusty will change how Brent plays entirely, give him a younger, hungrier, and angrier tank. Malakas ang Brent coming season 8.
Okay. Like, nothing against Lusty, but on social media, he just seems
Sorry,
very
last
angry.
man. It's
Yeah,
just
he's just
physiology.
angry. pero yung hungrier and then faster, maybe we can find someone new, diba? Nag-champion na si Lusty, nakailang title na yan eh. So maybe,
Oo
right?
na eh.
Maybe.
Tonks na eh.
Pero we don't know. We don't know if Lusty
We
is
don't know
indeed
yet.
retiring. Diba? Hindi pa naman naisusulat yan. Wala pa namang official, pero may bulong-bulong. And, alright, let's go down to our last question that we asked during day 0, and here it is now. It's about our top 3. It's our third team here in the playoffs. Aura Philippines. Is the Aura Dynasty back? And we're gonna show you the screenshot now from day 0. Alam kong mali na ako dito. Alam kong ako lang yung naiba dito. Pero ako lang yata yung tama. Right? You know what? Never mind. I take it back. I think I was right here. Kasi naka-top 3 yung Aura eh. Di ba? Ano ba yun? Naka-top 3 yung Aura. Sell, buy, sell, sell. What were you guys thinking? Alright? Like, paunahin ko na kayo kasi medyo tama ako dito eh. Paunahin ko na kayo. Ano ba bakit yung sinel to? Midnight, why were you selling on this?
Okay. First of all, for a dynasty to be back, you need all part of its components, no? Wala yung tatlo, dalawa nakapasok Leo. It's Renzio and KLVJ. So nawala yung dynasty. Naging Renzio and KLVJ lang. Yun yung lumaban sa Blacklist. Pero kidding aside, well, ako kasi kaya ako siya sinel. Again, I didn't expect Execution to go that far. Wala. Even though tiwala ko kay KLVJ, kaya nga nung mid-season siya nilagay ko number 1 jungler kahit maraming nagalit sa akin noon at ang daming bash ni KLVJ. I still believe na sobrang lakas ni KLVJ pati ni Renzio. But again, I didn't expect Execution to go that far kasi nga ang dami nilang problems ng group stage. Na-fix kasi nung dumating yung playoffs, and it's not because of the it's not because of the efforts of the team lang. Ang laking factor diyan yung pag-strategize ni Pacpet, 'di ba? So I feel like the Aura Dynasty was not completely back because of again yung factor na si Renzo at si KLVJ lang yung nakarating ng Grand Finals. Pero ang masasabi ko lang kasi yung effect kasi ng Execration, I would give that credit to Pacpet, honestly. Hindi siya yung parang Aura factor or Sunsparks factor. Para sa akin, Pacpet factor yun kung bakit nakarating sila ng Grand Final. So again, hanggang ngayon, I'll sell that idea.
Okay, so still, like, you answered it kind of by putting it in the frame of Execration. Kasi nandun yung kabilang part, nandun yung kalahati ng Aura Dynasty, right? Yung KLVJ and Renzio. So, based on that, kahit na naka-third place ang Aura, sell pa rin.
Yeah. Kasi ang tinitignan ko rito, it's not because of the Aura Dynasty. Pacbet factor yung Execration.
Oh, the Pacbet factor. Okay, all right. Sige, TDZ, how about you? Let's rewind it back to Aura Philippines. Unless ang sagot mo rin ay medyo Execration framing. What do you think? Aura Dynasty, is it back? Buy or sell?
Sa akin, magsisell siguro ako dito. Kasi maraming pinalagpas yung Aura PH recently when it comes to drafting. Isa na rin doon yung dalawang instances really. Kasi it's the discipline on respect to other teams, comfort heroes. Una, yung sa Blacklist versus Aura. Ilang beses nilang pinalagpas yung digi ng Blacklist na talagang may reason kung bakit. Looking at the stats, ilang beses nating ayaw talagang ibigay yung digi, but they give the digi twice to them, to Blacklist International. Maybe it's just a form of a challenge para sa Aura PH na gawin yun. But again, this is playoffs. You need every points. Kailangan mo talagang umangat para makakuha mo yung mismong Grand Finals. Meron pang instance na kalaban nila yung Execration, hindi nila naban yung Kufra. Again, that's twice. Ako rin yung nagcast ito, then I've mentioned it while casting, na talagang you need to respect the comfort heroes. Kung sino yung nag-shine sa hero na to. Kung hindi mo kukunin, iban mo na lang. So, Dynasty, yes, malakas pa rin ang Aura. Don't get me wrong, malakas pa rin ang Aura sa form nila. It's just that those simple things na sayang, na muntik ng pwede pang gawin. But for me, performance ng Season 7, they can do better. I'll go with I'll sell this one.
Okay. So ako si Doggy, sell. How about you, Rockhart? Buy or sell on the Aura Dynasty?
I can buy, absolutely, because a lot of people are saying na Aura, before the playoffs before nag-end yung playoffs, sabi nila yung Aura, ito yung pwede natin gawing ipambato natin sa mga ibang bansa ang taas ng win rate natin. And I stand by that. I believe that. I highly believe that. They got one up. Na one up sila dito sa playoffs natin. Halatang halata because of the standings. Pero if we sent Aura to MSC, I feel like the other teams are gonna have a hard time keeping up. Bilang masasabi ko doon. Deserve nila yung slot nila coming off of the regular season. Third place, muntik na din. Again, na one up lang sila sa playoffs, pero that doesn't mean that the Aura Dynasty is gone. They are still very strong. A lot of international teams respect Aura, and I feel like yun pa rin yung magiging trend. That's power that they have with their current roster.
Okay, I like it. That's a new perspective na parang siguro nga on an international scale iba ang dating nila. And yeah, Rockhart Bias, I think I'm the same. I won't change my thought here from the original. I will also still buy. Believe pa rin ako sa Aura. And just because of the little things like, weird bans or odd losses here and there during the regular season, I still think some Aura is onto something. No, I still think Aura can really go far, both locally and internationally. So yan ang ating guest coin, ladies and gentlemen. Sana maganda yung susunod na screenshot nung prod natin para pag binalagan natin to, hindi na ako mukhang loko-loko. But we're gonna move on to our next segment. And our next segment is going to be quite special, alright? Kaya feeling ko dito na kayo mag-share ulit. Share nyo na ulit, pero huwag nyo lang i-share sa online rambulan. Share nyo sa tamang groups, okay? Sa mga MLBB groups ninyo at sa public page ninyo, because coming up next is our casters picks, okay? And we want to hear your picks as well. We're going to be talking about season MVP. We're going to be talking about most improved player of the season, our breakout player, which is yung mga player na hindi namin inakalang papapamahal kami. Alright? Unexpected favorites. And then last but not least, our play of the season. Again, share nyo na. At ito na rin yung time nyo para mag-screenshot. Kasi ito yung equivalent natin ng power rankings. But this time, it's more encompassing. All about the season na ito. So we'll start with season MVP first. Rockhart, tell us who your season MVP is.
Now, there isn't a season MVP na official, di ba? May official season MVP, and that's Edward. Pero I'll have to deviate a little bit from that kasi Edward, solid na yan. We need to give props to Uncle Eson. Tag nyo na, Uncle Eson is my pick. Just because consistent sila Edward. Consistent sila Oh My Venus and Wise. Edward, ay si Eson, siya yung talagang nagbibigay ng mga out of nowhere plays para sa Blacklist. No matter what hero, even with the Rafaela, even with the Franco, si Eson yung nagbibigay ng X Factor. Kaya nagiging sobrang hirap i-predict ng Blacklist dahil sa mga picks at kung ano-ano pang ginagawa ni Eson sa mapa. So, siya ang aking season MVP. So, yes, Edward absolutely deserves it, but Eson's my personal lodi.
Love it. Alright. Hindi ko alam ba tumigil si Midnight at si TDG dun sa post, pero alright, that's Eson. Rockhart's MVP for season 7. Alright, Tol, ikaw naman. Tell us who your season MVP is.
Season MVP ko, si Oh My Venus ng Blacklist International. Para sa akin, isa sa mga nag-step up at talagang sobrang deserving niya na maging season MVP. Nakita natin yung storyline, yung story niya with Onyx PH. Talagang makikita mo na talagang nag-excel siya along with his new teammates under the roster ng Blacklist International. Pati yung galaw niya, yung early game tempo na lumigtas sa Blacklist International ng early game, especially with his Matilda Airlines. Pasok na pasok.
I love it. Again, leadership, no? Leadership is key here.
Leadership, yes.
No doubt. Never question that. That's TDZ's MVP of Season 7. Midnight, ko naman, sino ang iyong MVP for Season 7?
Ako si Edward. From Blacklist. Yan. Itong batang to, nakita ko yung growth from start to the end. Di pa naman tapos, no? To the finish of MPL 7. Siya kasi yung mga kina-classify ko na pillars ng isang team. Ito yung team na kapag tinanggal mo ito yung player na kapag tinanggal mo sa team niya, nawawala yung identity. So that's the reason why I put him in this MVP, season MVP slot. Kasi marami nagsabi, galing ni Edward, ganyan, consistent. That's not me, that's not my reason bakit siya nilagay na MVP. He is the most consistent player in the league, and he is what makes Blacklist International. Marami nagsabi, it's B-Wise, it's OHEB, pero yung pinupull off na strategy ni Blacklist International, sobrang key component ni Edward. Pansin natin kapag kahit na-flex nila yung heroes ng V-Wise, si Edward kailangan yun yung specific hero niya. So, yun yung dahilan bakit siya yung season MVP para sa akin. Blacklist is not Blacklist without Edward.
Alright, again, this is Midnight Season MVP na sakto. MVP din ng MPL mismo. Totally agree. Again, everything is at 100%. But, as for me, my personal season MVP is none other than the Queen. Oh my Venus. And again, everything that Tol said, tama yun, agree ako doon. And of course, medyo may personal bias na lang din di ba? May personal bias na lang din Simula nung unang nilang season sa MPL, sinusundan na natin yan. And again, I appreciate the heart and the brains behind this player. And wala, like yun na yun. Okay? Game. Screenshot. Alright, our MVP.
Tawa ko dun sa everything that Tol said.
Okay, so yun ang aming season MVP. Sana na-screenshot nyo yun, guys. Let's go ahead and move on to our next caster picks. Our most improved player. Alright? So, dapat nakapaglaro sila sa dating MPL or nakita nyo sila sa off-season at gumaling talaga sila sa Season 7. Let's go ahead, jump in with Rockhart, who is your most improved player?
Now, I'll have to double check that kasi nakalimutan ko yung sinend ko. Teka. Can you show it right now? I'm gonna reason it out na lang kasi may sinulat akong mahaba Yan si Yawi. There you go.
Yawi.
And yes, nag-play si
Yawi
Yawi
man.
nung season 6. Sobrang dependent on Kufra last season. Tama? Tama guys? Pero this season, nag-grow siya sa hero pool. Nag-grow siya in terms of yung instinct niya. Mas improve yung instinct niya ngayon. Mas dami siyang plays na gawa. And again, despite the low ranking of NXP dito sa playoffs, I feel like ang laki ng ginrow nila. Kasama si Renny J. 50-50 ako kay Yawi and Renny J dito. Not to bias towards NXP, pero halata naman, di ba? Ang laki ng pagkakaiba nila last season. Yan lang. Tapos now, Akai is the bannable thing for NXP, so he was able to do that.
Okay, alright. So, Yawi made his debut in the MPL in Season 6. So, doon nakita ni Rockhart yung improvement. Alright. Definitely deserved. How about you? Di ako si Doggy T. DZ. Sino ang most improved player mo?
Para sa akin, si KelVJ ng Execration. Again, bukod sa storyline na gusto niya talagang meron siyang gustong patunayan. Tingin ko napatunayan niya yun, even though kahit hindi siya nag-champion. Again, this kid, ever since The King, nakikita natin kung paano siya may mga plays niya all throughout. Tingin ko, there's still a lot of things to improve. Nakita natin performance niya nung Season 7. Medyo nag-fell down. Tingin ko kasi fatigue na rin fatigue na rin yung factor doon para kay KelVJ. But one of the things na talagang tumulong sa Execration, bukod kay Chakno, is also the plays from KelVJ. Those really risky plays. Sobrang bata pa nito. Tingin ko marami pa siyang kaya pang patunayan. Kung compare dun sa sinabi niya na meron siyang gustong patunayan, napatunayan niya na yun, but hindi pa niya nare-reach yung limit niya. Tingin ko, KelVJ still has a lot of to improve. This will be my most improved player for Season 7.
That's crazy, Tol. That's crazy. Given na ang most improved player mo ay nag-champion na 2 beses sa MPL. Agree ako sa'yo, promise. This is scary to think that a player that has won twice can still go up from here. I know I said this about Carl Tizzy earlier. Like, I tweeted that a day ago, yesterday or something, na parang blessing ang mga naka-handle kay Carl Tizzy bilang coach at mentor. Work, Carl, maybe. Pero tama, KelVJ here, still improving, and that's crazy. Ano pa kayo ilalabas niya sa MSC? How about you, Midnight? Who is your most improved player of Season 7?
Ako consistent pa rin. Ever since nangyari yung S7, no, narinig niyo na sa akin nang galing to. Ang most improved player ko talaga si Rene J. As in, from S6, marami nagsabi peak performance na siya, ganyan-ganyan. Hindi naman ganun kalakas yung tao, puro hype. Nung pumasok yung S7, lalo nung nagkaroon ng chapter, no, ng Rene Change chapter. God mode ever since. I never saw a bad game from Rene J, and I never saw a good game for him na hindi siya nagbuhat. So, ang laking jump doon from S6 to S7 kasi ang hirap pumili ng most improved player kapag tinabi mo si Rene J at ginamit mo yung S6 performance siya kasi ang layo talaga. Para ka nag-compare ng naga-RG tapos biglang tumalo ng pro level. Kasi ganun yung classification sa kanya dati, which is sometimes true. 'Di ba? Marami nagsasabi na parang pang RG laro ni Rene J no S6 pero no S7, oh my god mode talaga. So para sa akin ang pinaka nag-improve talaga the Hitman. Ang pinaka nag-improve talaga this S7 for me is Rene J. Lalo na nung nag-Rene change siya, no. So sa mga gusto lumakas diyan mag-ML, paretre kayo.
For one way or another, Rene J, I agree, super improved season 6 to season 7. Pero it's my turn. Ang aking most improved player from season 7 is siyempre, ang ating MVP from season 7, si Edward. I remember watching Blacklist International from prior seasons and I'm like, yeah, Edward, okay, yeah, he's pretty good. Pero nung season 7, I'm like, oh my God, Edward, anong ginagawa mo? And again, he very much deserves the MVP nod from the MPL. Pero para sa akin, more than that, not only did he outshine all other players individually, but he outshined himself. Diba? Like, he broke out of the shell and he became the super consistent monster side laner. And yeah, because of that, siya ang aking most improved. Super love Edward. Alam kong hindi siya bibitawan ng Blacklist for sure. So hindi natin pwede gawa ng rumors si Edward. Hanggang dyan na lang yan. So yan, most improved player ko for season 7. Guys, screenshot nyo na itong most improved players namin dito sa MPL Recall. We'll move on to our last player spotlight. And this is our breakout player of the season. Meaning, yung mga players na hindi namin inakalang mapapa-wow kami or mapapamahal kami. At dahil sa kanilang performance, they get a nod here on MPL Recall. Rockhart, who is your breakout player from Season 7?
Breakout player. That's gonna be Oheb for me for Blacklist. Like, this guy came out of nowhere. Literal out of nowhere. And I have to bring up some stats. Oheb on a Harif. Pag nag-Harif yan, yung win rate niyan over the roof. Legit. And again, medyo naging repetitive siya with Alice, with picks like that. Pero, consistent siya. And from a rookie, that's something that I did not expect. I expected rookies to medyo dumulas pa konti-konti. May konting mali-mali dito, mali dyan. Pero ito yung sobrang consistent na player in terms of being a rookie that I have to give him this slot. Absolutely. Like, no questions asked. Medyo malayo yung iba for me.
Alright. Rockhart, napamahal kay Oheb nang hindi inaakala. That's your breakout player of the season.
Yeah.
TDZ, ikaw, sino ang yung breakout player?
Tol, mahilig mangyakap. Mahilig magbalagbag sa wall. Si Chuck Mamba. The Chuck Attack. Ang aking breakout player for season 7. Nakita naman natin yung mga clutch plays niya ever since yung Bren Esports. Tingin ko that really gave momentum, pati courage, confidence, sa emotional confidence para sa side ng execution. Pati marami rin siya mga plays na talagang I can consider winning moments or clutch plays, highlight reel para kay Chuck. So tingin ko talaga para sa akin, breakout player.
Tanong ko, bakit mo nasabing breakout player? Kasi ang tagal na ni Chuck sa MPL and he's not exactly someone that goes under the radar. Paano mo nasabi siyang breakout player? Bakit surprised ka ba sa performance niya?
Oo. Well, alam naman natin na si Chuck talaga mahilig siya mahilig siyang mag-go sa mga risky plays, mahilig siya. Yun talaga yung style niya ever since. Pero itong play niya nung Bren, itong playoffs originally sa kabuuan ng playoffs talagang times 2, times 3. I can tell yung performance ni Chakno. Para siyang sabi mo kanina, nag-ultra instinct kumbaga sa Dragon Ball. Talagang confidence niya, ibibigay niya lahat ng kahit isugal niya yung mga skills niya, mga spells niya para lang makakuha ng perfect play. At doon mo makikita talaga na nag-breakout yung player when it comes to confidence na okay lang, sige, go na natin to. It's either do or die. Sobrang risky play. Risky na calculated play sa side ni Chakno.
Okay. So it's more of like expected ka nang nandito si Chakno, pero tinaasan niya palalo kaya nabigla ka.
Tinaasan niya pa. Oo, parang talagang
okay.
Nasorpresa ako na mayroon pa pala. Na yun pa pala. Kung yung Chak Mamba, meron pang Chak Mambus na pwede mo pang i-extend ng isang letra. Parang parang ganun. Ganun siya kalupit.
Okay, so para siyang ito yung nabigla ka, nakala mo Tyrant's Revenge lang, tapos Revenge Flicker pala. Ganun.
Revenge Flicker na meron pang kasamang Rage. Oo, ganun siya kalupit. So,
okay.
Siya yung...
Okay, sige. Understood. That's TDZ's Breakout Player. How about you, Midnight? Sino ang nambigla sa'yo? Kanino ka nagulat sa Season 7?
Actually, bago ko sabihin niyo sa akin, gusto ko pagtanggol yung kay Tads kasi consider ko rin yun si Chakno sa Breakout Player. Even though maraming mag-expect naman na maganda performance si Chakno, the problem was yung heroes niya hindi pasok sa meta. Remember, the Atlases, the Grox, the Bakshas, and the Kufras, wala sa meta yan. Si Chakno nagbalik na din sa PH. And even other countries, hindi popular yung mga ganong heroes na yun. Si Chakno dito sa Pilipinas, talagang sabi niya, wala akong pake sa meta nyo. Ito mga gagamitin ko. So I feel like it gives justice to the Chakno pick for TDZ. No? Kasi inisip ko rin si Chakno. Pero, ang Breakout Player ko kasi, marami magsabi si Yawi, ganyan-ganyan, and Tile NXP. Hindi. Ang Breakout Player ko, and we have to give credit to this kid, from MPLI to MPL, Kelra stepped up a lot. Like, from a kid to a kumbaga parang long time veteran na yung galawan, 'di ba? Ang sabi nga ng sabi nga ng mga cases, parang may mga the moves, 'di ba? Ang lulupit ng mga moves. And actually, ang laking factor niya sa execution kapag nakukuha niya yung harit niya, kapag nakukuha niya yung alis niya. Pag binigyan mo ng comfort game tong batang to, which usually does, lalo sa mga games na pinaparano ng Excel, last pick si Kelra. Pag binigay mo yung hero na maganda or fit do sa game na yun para kay Kelra, Kelra will lift the team. Literal. As in, hands down, no doubt, pag alam mong sure win yung hero, sure win yung Exe. So I feel like from MPLI to MPL S7, napakalaki nung jump. And kaya siya breakout para sa akin kasi I didn't expect it. And yung pinakita kasi niya ng MPLI, parang okay, may limits yung kanyang mechanical skill, yung decision making medyo rusty. Pagpasok ng S7 biglang parang ibang player. Parang ibang player ang pinaparod mo. So para sa akin si Kelra yung talagang X factor, the execution.
Agreed. Yep. And sige na nga, habang nandyan na tayo, let's just piggyback and snowball off of that point. Ang aking Breakout Player ay also Kelra from Execration. And before the best of 7, before the playoffs, I would have said Yawi or Rene J. Pero nung pinanood ko at kinast ko yung Grand Finals, I'm like, iba tong batang to. Legit, parang KK. As in, kung ang katunggali mo sa KK duo ay isang 2-time champion, the king, tapos yung kalahati nun, rookie, like that rookie is doing something else. That rookie is on... Pengi ako nung kano meron yun. Diba? That's crazy. That's amazing. Na kung ang counterpart mo sa isang duo ay champion, tas ikaw rookie, that's Kelra for you. So again, this is our Breakout Players for Season 7. Screenshot nyo na. Kelra, Chakno, and Oheb. Alright? So with that being said, let's move on to our last caster pick for MPL Recall, and that is the play of the season. Okay? And all of these plays have been executed by one team. So yun yung makikita ninyo dito sa mga banners namin ay yung team na gumawa ng play. So we'll start right now with Rockhart's play of the season. Rockhart, ano ang iyong play of the season for Season 7?
I think we are all going to be in agreement with this one. Buong Pilipinas nayanig nung nilabas ng Execration, yung Bane Paramis nila. And hindi lang yung Bane Faramis mismo, yung last part ng Bane Faramis Bane Faramis play, where ginamit din nila yung arrival nila to make sure na kahit pumalpak sila, hindi mabasag yung base. That was so massive. And the non-stop aggression of Kelra and Chakno. Literal, everyone was going crazy. Again, matagal na tong pick na to. Matagal na yan na ginagamit sa iba, sa RG, sa TikTok. Pero dito talaga siya pinasikat. As in. So,
Yep.
may tanong pa ba tayo kung gaano ka-effective to? Will there be changes to Bane? Yun ang kailangan nating abangan. Kasi yun na lang
This is
yun na lang yun eh.
ridiculous.
Wala ka nang ibang masabi dito eh. 'Di ba? Ang hirap ng segment na
This is-
to para
yep.
sa inyo eh.
Yep,
Well,
this is
actually,
crazy.
kaka-buff ay kaka-nerf lang din naman kay Bin, tapos nagawa nila kaagad yung pull off yung ganitong klaseng play. So, tingin ko saktong-sakto talaga. Kesong-keso.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
TikTok.
Galing.
Thank
Ano
you,
siya?
Vic.
Legit,
Salamat,
kung
TikTok.
maka 1 point ka sa playoffs dahil sa TikTok, I'll take it. Like, why not?
Oo.
Why not? Ayun, tapos
Okay.
na rin yan. No? Pipilitin nila. Ang daya talaga. Oh.
Tayo.
Alright, so that's Rock Heart's play of the season. TDZ, ikaw, anong play mo?
Sa akin, doon pa rin ako sa Tyrant's Revenge, tapos into Flicker, into Rage ni Chaknu. Kalaban nila yung Bren Esports. Again, this is a clutch play. Tingin ko calculated risk na ginawa dito ni Chaknu. Kita mo to sa replay, Dong. Biglang stretching, tapos Flicker, tatlo na huli. This is a 49-minute game, ladies and gentlemen. Umabot tayo ng 50 minutes. Ito na yung isa sa mga kung hindi yung pinakamatagal, isa to sa mga pinakamatagal na plays natin itong season 7. And with that ultimate from Chaknu, ito yung reason kung bakit nanalo ang Execration, kung bakit nabuhayan. Parang ito yung switch, kumbaga, going back to sinabi ni Rockart kanina, na switch on ni Chaknu yung playoffs mode ng Execration with that play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. That was a game-winning Tyrant's Revenge Rage combo. Midnight, ikaw, anong pick mo for play of the season?
Actually, ako din, yung play of the season ko was that, yung stretching ni Chakno. Yun ang tawag ko doon nag-stretching si Chakno. Kasi, alam mo yan, 49 minutes game, sabi ni Chakno, okay, guys, itabi nyo na, ako na bahala, pagod na ako, diba? Si Renzo, pagod na rin, pindot ng first kill kay Yuri, yun sabi niya, sige, ako na. And that was what, bakit, ito yung dahilan bakit ko siya pinili. Kasi gusto ko sanang kunin yung Bane Paramis. Kasi it's a mechanical abuse and it's a technical strategy na in-execute na excess. So, mahal na mahal ko yung mga ganung bagay. Pero sa akin kasi, this play alone secured Execration the Grand Finals. Kasi they're down 2-0 against Bren Esports. Game number 3, down to the wire. Bren Esports was leading the first 20 minutes. Tapos na-stretch hanggang 49-40. Sabi ni Chakno, okay guys, road to Grand Finals. Ako na. Ayun, yun yung reason bakit yun yung nilagay ko sa play of the season. Kasi this season would have ended with a different Grand Finals if that play didn't happen.
You're right. Parang ito yung one changing moment, no? Pero, okay, that's your pick. My pick is still the funny one. Masyado tayong seryoso. Balik tayo sa comedy, di ba? Bane para Miss Selena pa rin ng Execration Omega game number 1. Again, it's so crazy na naka 1 point ka sa playoffs dahil sa TikTok strategy. So,
+1.
that's my pick. Oo, malaking bagay yun. Tapos ginawa mo pa sa team tulad ng Omega, di ba? The team that we're pegging as one of the most fundamentally sound, most surgically talented teams in the MPL. Tapos i-TikTokin nyo lang. So, it's so hilarious, it's so funny, and it's so perfect that it happened in our playoffs. So, ayan. Wow. All of our plays of the season were brought to us by Execration. Ganun kami ka-impressed. Ganun kami ka-dumbfounded by how great Execration was in the playoffs and in all of Season 7. So, thank you so much, Execration. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Good luck at MSC and good luck to Blacklist. And again, guys, that wraps up our casters' picks for this segment, and we'll just wrap up the show. Again, this was quite the show. Sobrang busog. There's only so much we can say about the playoffs to really fit into the time given to us here at MPL Recall. But yeah, Midnight, last thoughts, man. Hindi tayo umabot sa 1K, pero baka naman meron tayo dyang konting something.
Basta abangan nyo na lang yung Big 3, they'll go home. Okay? The Big 3 will go home.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. The I can't even say it out loud. Parang it feels weird. TDZ, final thoughts.
Supportahan natin yung mga players natin, mga teams natin execution in both Blacklist International sa MSC. Tingin ko mas mag-i-improve lalo yung mga teams natin. All throughout nakikita na natin yung mga teams na talagang dumadami na yung mga international caliber. Well, actually lahat naman pero it's still the growth of the Philippine teams still growing. Pero meron pang ganun. So supportahan na lang natin ang MSC natin. At manood kayo palagi ng MPL Recall. Especially itong day 0 ng MSC, panoorin natin.
Alright, kita kits. That's gonna be happening on June 5th. So abangan. Last but not least, Rockhart, how about you, man? Final thoughts?
I feel like our talents, our players have grown a lot this season. We've noticed a lot of people changing, Rene changing. We've seen a lot of people literally improving over the course of time. Akala mong napakagaling na, mas gumaling pa. So again, support our teams, make sure to cheer them on this coming MSC. And again, don't forget to also watch MSC Day 0. It's coming June 5.
All right. Thank you so much. Again, Midnight TDZ Rockhart. I've been your host, Leo. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat sa pagnood. Again, this coming Saturday, MSC special ng Day 0. And with that being said, we are gonna wrap up the show and leave you guys with the schedule of MSC. Kita-kits na lang doon. And remember to stay safe, always be hustling, and always be kind. Good night. Peace out. Bye! If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving us a like and subscribe to the channel. You can find us on Facebook via the link in the description. Thanks.